Hello everyone, you all are welcome in our virtual classroom. Today, my topic of discussion is section of solid. I will explain the section of a different solid. Section means what? If you cut a solid to see the inner surface, then how it looks like from different angles, from front view, top view, all this. So that is the topic of discussion today. Let's follow the lecture. This problem is on projection of section of pyramid. So you have to cut a pyramid, and this is the dimension of the pyramid, and the base side is 30 millimeter, and the height of the pyramid is 90 millimeter, and is resting with the base on HP. It is simply placed on HP vertically, and the cutting angle by which we will cut the pyramid, that is 45 degree to HP, and perpendicular to VP. Now this cutting plane has to bisect the axis. Okay. It is the section of a pyramid. What types of pyramid is this? Hexagonal pyramid. Why hexagon? Because this base is a hexagon, and the what is pyramid? All the sides are slant side and meets at the vertex. The sides are triangle, and regular pyramid means all the sides are similar triangle with same dimensions. Now, as per the given problem, it is placed on HP and looking from front and top. When you are looking from front, it looks like a triangle. When you are looking from top, you are seeing this base circle only. Means when you are looking from top, there it is the base circle only you can see. Right? Now we have to cut this pyramid using the cutting plane. See, it is the cutting plane. You have to cut it. What's the angle of this cutting plane? As per the given problem, there is a 45-degree angle with respect to HP. This angle is 45-degree, and the cutting plane is perpendicular to VP. This cutting plane, this is the VP. It is perpendicular to VP, and with HP angle is 30-degree. Means if it is the reference line, this angle is 45-degree. This angle is 45-degree for the cutting plane. See, in this situation, this is the knife. Now it is placed HP on this, and you have to cut. And the condition is that it will intersect at the middle point of the axis. Let's cut it. Okay. Let's cut it at this particular angle. Cut and remove this part. Now it is our object, and from the front it looks like a straight line, as we have used the straight line plane to cut it. So it's a truncated triangle. The front view is a truncated triangle, and we have to look the top view. Camera is here. Top view means the camera is perfectly here in this position. It is the top view, and this is the generated surface. So whatever generated surface we are looking from top, that we have to draw. the front and top view. After cutting, we are having this particular view in the front and it is in the top. Now our step is we have to draw this object practically. Means we need to know what's the drawing method. Though it is due to the problem of this mobile camera, that's why it looks like this curve, but actually in front view, if we take the photo with a parallel light, then we will get this a straight line, and this is also a straight line. Whatever curvature is there, that is due to cutting error. Now let's see how we can draw it. The drawing will start with the reference line and then to mutually perpendicular center line, and in the top view this pyramid looks like a hexagon that I have shown you. So this is the hexagon. Give the name of the hexagon, that is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Then we have to draw the front view. So in the front view it's a triangle. To draw that triangle means to get the base of the triangle, draw the projection line from 1 and projection line from 4, means from 2 extreme end. Then this is the base and the height that is given 90. Then you have to join these points. Why? Because this is the slant height. We are getting point 1 here, point 4 here, and rest is the slant height. So we are getting the slant heights from here. So draw the projection lines, and to get more slant height, because there are 6 slant sides are there. These are the 6 slant side. Then join it. O2, O3, O5. So these are the 6. Out of the 6, these 2 slant sides overlaps, means coincide. Means 2O and 6O, 3O and 5O, that coincides. Then we have to cut the pyramid, and as it is bisecting, so first draw a bisector. Using this line you bisect the height, so it will be at 45 mm height, as the total height is 90. After getting the bisector, the cutting plane that is inclined at 90 degree. So draw the cutting plane line at an angle of 45 degree, and it will intersect with this bisector. Okay, so this is the cutting plane line. So after cutting, they give the name of these points A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is not 1 2 3 or 1 dash 2 dash. It is new points has been generated there. These are the points. Now you look, this point A lies on the slant side 1O. Point B lies on 2O. Point F lies on 6O, and so on. So here also we are getting these cutting points, and this is the slant sides 1O, 2O, 3 dash O, 4 dash O dash, 5 dash O dash, these O dash point. So these are the slant sides. So after cutting, the cutting points should lie on here also in the top view. Now we have to get the cutting points. To get the cutting points, draw the projection line from here, from A. These now will intersect 1 dash O dash line at a particular point. So that is the cutting point. As 1 A point lies on 1O, so here also A dash point should lie on 1 dash O dash. So draw the projection and get the intersection point of 1 dash 2 dash. So this is the point. Let's consider the name of this particular point is A dash. Similarly, we are getting draw the line from B. Then B lies on 2O. So here 2 dash 2 dash line intersect at this point. So it is B dash. Similarly, this is the line from F. The F lies on O6. So here O6 dash intersects with this point. So it is F dash point. So it is the V dash and the F dash, and similarly rest of the points also we are getting it. And after completion we are getting all these points, and then for the middle point here, this is the A dash point. So join this part, because 1 dash A dash that will be there and rest part will be removed. This is 1A, it will be there, and rest part, this top part has been removed. So this line will be extended 1 dash A dash like this. Similarly 2 dash B dash, 3 dash C dash, and so on. Now you have to join these points. It is generated due to these AB, BC, CD, another hexagon, but that is not regular hexagon. This hexagon is generated at the cutting surface. After cutting, whatever surface will be generated, this will generate there. This hexagon is complete, which is generated due to the section. Then draw this front view. So this will be there, and the rest is up to this, and it is removed. So similarly we are getting this. So finally it is the front view. Then these will be said that it is the sectional top view, because the top view is making due to section. Without section it is only hexagon and the sides up to O. But this is called sectional top view, because making the section only we are getting this view. And this is the sectional front view. Then as it is the section, I have told you for the section we have to draw 45-degree angle hash lines. So this line, give these lines. Then our objective is to, our purpose is to draw the true shape. Why this true shape? Because whatever shape in the hexagon here has been produced, actually that is not regular, and it is also not regular. So this is the hexagon, but it is the projected view of this surface. Actual shape of the hexagon that has been generated, this is not that. This hexagon is the top view of the generated hexagon. Then what is the true shape of the hexagon that has been generated here? To draw that true shape, we will draw a parallel line here. Why it is not true? Because here is the difference of length. This length, A dash to this point to this point, A dash to this D dash point, this length. Here it has been reduced. Actually AD dash is this. If it is the theta angle, then this AD, A dash D dash is cos theta of AD, means the length has been reduced. But in this direction, which is perpendicular to this axis, this dimension has not been changed. In the top view we are getting same dimension here. So we will take this dimension and this length. How? Select any center line here. which is parallel to MN line and take a certain distance, any arbitrary distance, so that the entire drawing does not overlap with the pyramid and other lines. Okay. After that, we have to draw the projection line from here, which is perpendicular to the MN line. This being line, this projection line is perpendicular to MN. Similarly, at this end, this point will be named as A double dashed. Then it is the line from B and F. Now the length here, it's a point, but A is a point, so it is a point. But B and F, see here, B dash F dash, it's not a point. In the front view, it's a point, but in the top view, it's a line. And actually, BF is a line. Then what's the length of BF line? This is the length. Take this length and cut it from here and here. Then it is B and it is F. I repeat, what's the measurement method? Just use the protractor, measure this length and cut it from here to here. Measure from this axis to this F dashed. Then is axis to this F dashed. You consider this axis is here, this one. Similarly, draw the line from here. Though C is a point here, but actually it's a line. Again, by similar method, to get the C line, C to center line distance, cut it. C to center line. This is this C to center line, and E to center line along this green line. This is the distance. So cut it. And by cutting, we are getting C dashed and E dashed points. And the last D, it is a point. So simply draw the projection line and intersecting point is D dashed line. Now join these points. Again, this hexagon is the true shape of the section. And it is definitely generated due to making the section. And that's why we will draw the 45-degree angle. And it will be said that it is the true shape of the section. These are the references that I have used to prepare the video lecture. Okay, so this is all about the projection of solid. Thank you for your patience and listening the lecture, and I am requesting you to make a comments if you have any doubt, or if you think that some better OS is there, if you have the advice, and I will expect that in the subsequent lecture also you will follow similarly. Thank you.